Good morning, Sapulpa. It's Micah from Sapulpa Times.
And Lucy with the city of Sapulpa.
Welcome. Sorry that we're coming to you late today. I guess should we say that's my fault or should we say that's Nick Erickson's fault?
You could blame either one, but it's pretty much your fault.
Okay. I guess we know where Lucy's loyalties lie. They lie with her compadres over at the city. So if you were watching that countdown there, what you saw was code enforcement in action. And that is why we're running late today. I was getting some video of code enforcement cleaning up a property over on the 700 block of North Elizabeth Street. And you were just telling me it's been an ordeal, been a process. Do you know much about the process that it takes to get to this point where the city has to come and clean your stuff off?
I know that once a property is abated and posted, that they have 30 days. And during that time, they'll go to a hearing
Right.
where the city will hear them out and, why it looks like it does or why they're not doing anything and stuff like that. And I will say I've been to a couple of those hearings and I've went just solely for like education to kind of understand like what we're doing and how we're doing it. And so it's really cool to see that process go on. And, by the time it gets to this point where they're actually on the ground cleaning it up, I have nothing to do with it. So this is strictly,
Lucy personally doesn't do it.
Yeah, this is strictly just from the outside. I feel like, the people that are part of that, they do really try to work with those that are in need of cleanup and things like that. And so there's different stories and different reasons, but I know it starts with a 30-day notice.
Yeah, a 30-day notice at least, right? I mean, sometimes depending on the situation, they'll even extend that a little bit. But I was saying that because I don't want people thinking that the city is just running right onto your property and they'll start cleaning your mess up for you without any sort of a process, a due process, or
Right.
a chance to hear you out on things. Because I mean, what happens is if you don't rectify the situation yourself, city has to come in and do it. Then I mean, you get a bill for that, and if you don't pay the bill, then you get a lien placed on your property. That is typical municipal and governmental process, though. So that's not something that's unique to the city of Sapulpa. I'll tell you what is unique to the city of Sapulpa, pretty much unique, is Sapulpa is about the only town in Creek County that does any real code enforcement like this. We're the biggest town in Creek County by far. We get about 22,000 people living here, and most towns just simply don't have the budget to afford a code enforcement officer, not to mention like a team of people to kind of do something like that. But aside from that, and even Sapulpa doesn't do it all. Like it's not all Nick. He was actually making sure that I gave a shout out to the cemetery crew because they actually have a lot to do with it, and they're doing a lot of the work there that you saw in the video. So, but yeah, Sapulpa, in terms of Creek County especially, I mean, they're doing stuff. This is what I'm trying to say. So, we should lead that into a good segue into an important event that's coming up in October. So we will fill you guys in on this. This is the cleanup day.
That's right. So on October 11th, we will be doing our fall cleanup day. It will run from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm sure the Elks Lodge will be out there helping. You can see on the flyer, there's all the rules. You do have to have a voucher in order to pull back into the dump and unload your own dump and debris. But you have to have a utility bill that's in good standing to get a voucher. And so we have not started giving those out yet. And so it might be a little shock if I tell the water department like, hey, I already told everyone about dump day. But we got the flyers out. They will be coming in your mail for September. They will be in there with your water bill. So as soon as you get your bill this month, I would say probably by September 2nd, when we come back to work after the long holiday, you should be able to pick up those vouchers.
Okay, so you may not be able to get your voucher immediately. So don't go ask. But it was a good idea to bring it up now since we were talking about code enforcement and cleanup and stuff like that. I mean, if you find yourself in a situation where you need some extra help and stuff getting a bunch of junk moved off your property, this is a great opportunity to do that. And we have agencies in the city that will help if you are maybe disabled or older and not able to accomplish that yourself. But so yeah, I thought it was appropriate at least to bring it
Right.
up, right? Okay, the next thing. So, um, okay, well, first of all, I guess I should say the other what the kind of the big news is, and this is we're still figuring out how we're gonna celebrate this, but as of August 26th, Sapulpa Times is now 10 years old. So that's a big deal, I think. It's a milestone.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a big deal she's getting a phone call over
Yeah, I know.
it.
My phone's ringing.
10 years old for Sapulpa Times. You know, I wasn't even sure this thing was going to last a year. So the fact that it's lasted 10 years is pretty exciting. And we're going to find things to do to kind of commemorate that because it's been a fun, long, but fun 10 years. And, you know, it's pretty great. So I can't wait to have another 10 with you. It's going to be awesome. But the other thing, and so one thing that we started off doing, and I'm going to change it today, for today only, maybe,
Oh, okay.
is, you know, we've been very big on not talking about stuff that's not really relevant to Sapulpa. But today I'm breaking that rule
Okay.
because the internet broke yesterday or the day before, whenever it was,
Yeah.
whenever they announced the official engagement between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Don't click away. Don't hang up. Okay, listen, I understand that people are
What
sick of
picture
this.
did you choose?
That do what?
What picture did you choose?
I chose the one that ESPN shared, which they got from her
Let me see.
Instagram. It's a collage of like the engagement
Okay.
and the ring and stuff.
Okay.
We were talking about this because Lucy, I think, I don't think she's jealous of the ring. I think she was shocked at the
Yes.
price of some of the stuff. I mean, we're talking, you know, mega celebrities here, so I guess we shouldn't be that shocked. But how much was that ring?
$5 million.
$5 million ring. Thank God there's no correlation between the price of the ring and how long the marriage lasts, or how good the marriage is.
Right.
Because my wife didn't get a $5 million ring. I promise you that.
Right. But you know, one thing, like, there is absolutely no like jealousy or anything like that. Can you imagine what she does not out in the everyday public, but can you imagine having something worth so much money on your hand? Like, I would be terrified
Yeah.
that I was just going to lose it. Somebody's going to steal it.
Yeah. You go to the beach and it gets lost in the ocean or something.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Or
That's,
she's at a concert and flies off.
yeah.
If you got a $5 million ring and the diamond falls out of it, then you overpaid for that ring. I
Yeah.
think. I don't know anything about jewelry, but
Yeah. That's, mm-hmm.
that's my guess.
Yeah.
And then how much did you say the dress was worth that she was wearing?
So she had like a $300 dress on, which I read all of this online. So I didn't go searching for the information. I just found it. But she had on like a $300 dress and it completely sold out. Completely. Everyone wanted that dress.
And that's not her wedding dress. That's just a dress.
That's just the dress she was wearing.
For the engagement. Okay. And then you said also she's got a nice, expensive watch on as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking about her watch because it's in a lot of the shots of the ring. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Cindy McGuire basically set our minds at ease here. She said that she will have it. Not obviously, I put that word in. She said she'll have a fake one for normal wear. So I guess maybe the expensive
Okay.
engagement ring will sit in the safe or something.
Right.
Or be at home, or maybe for special parties or something.
Yeah.
But, and then they'll have like a costume ring or something for normal wear, which still, I bet that's still going to be an expensive costume.
That's what I was wondering.
I bet that's still going to be
Yeah.
more than my wife's wedding ring.
But they say that like your engagement ring should be like so much of your current salary or something like that.
So there's a long-standing kind of rule of thumb that a lot of guys say that it should be 3 months of your salary, of your annual salary.
Okay.
I disagree with that vehemently, and it is not because my wife is not worth it. She is absolutely
Right.
worth it, and so much more. But it is more important. And this is me, Micah's opinion here. It is more important for a man to spend his money on the things preparing to give his wife a good life than it is to spend the money on a ring that she'll wear until she gets a wedding ring. No, she'll still wear it after a wedding.
Yeah, she'll
But you know
still
what
wear
I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, if you are like tens of thousands of dollars in student loan debt or credit card debt, or you're paying off a car, or you're saving for a house or something, I would rather you apply the money towards those things
Hmm.
than a really expensive engagement ring. So,
Oh yeah.
and I'll say that because my wife's engagement ring didn't cost a lot. I mean, I'll admit that fully. And we've been married 21 years now. And so, and now I did buy her another ring later on when we
Okay.
could afford it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So
I will say, going into my 30s and everything, I 100% will say, like, I would rather have a ring pop
the ring pop.
than a ring knowing that he was like in a lot of debt, or that there was going to be debt hanging over our heads. That just does not sound fun to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you kind of feel guilty for that, right? It's like, well, why did they do that for?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-mm.
Um, which I can promise you that's not what's going through my mind. You know, my mind is like, I just want to make her happy.
Right.
And so if that's what that does, that's why I bought my wife a better ring later on
Yeah.
when we could afford it, is because, you know, we were at a point where we could do that now.
Hmm.
But yeah, when you guys are young and getting broke, and I've talked about that before, but I'm a big fan of getting married young and stuff like that too. So, but that's a whole other episode of the time loop.
That's
I
a
did a
big
special
detour
episode of all
today.
that. So, sorry.
I said big detour today.
Yeah, it was, and not the only one. So my wife is a huge Kansas City fan. I think you guys know that. Big Kansas City fan, and she was heartbroken. I just talked about how much money I spent on her ring and everything, but it didn't matter because Travis Kelce was still available, and she would leave me in a heartbeat to go be with Travis Kelce. I'm 100% sure of that. And so when she heard that he was off the market, I mean, there weren't literal tears that I saw.
She waited till you went
She
to
did
bed.
disappear to the bathroom for a little while.
Oh yeah.
So, and she left the room. So, thankfully, I sent her this graphic earlier today. This is coming courtesy of the Babylon Bee. It says the Taylor Swift engagement is overturned as the referee determines that Travis Kelce's knee did not touch the ground, which I thought was hilarious. That's so good.
That's awesome.
I mean, you guys all know that the refs are working for the Chiefs anyway, so at least that's what they say.
Yeah.
As everybody who loses to the Chiefs says that.
Yeah.
But so anyway, those of you who are really heartbroken about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, there's your out. Looks like the refs are going to overturn that. I think they're still watching the replay to be sure, but we should hear about that here before too long. Okay. All right, let's get back to regular news. So we had a really cool thing happen. What was this? Monday? Yeah, Monday. Did you hear about this accident involving a horse trailer?
I read your story.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Um, so you didn't hear about it before then
Mm-mm.
now? Okay. I don't know how much chatter you hear from the police department. It's right next door, but I mean,
Usually I don't hear their chatter. Usually I get stuff from the town and then I go to the police department. I'm like, I heard.
okay. So I'll give a recap for this story for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But basically, what happened is this happened right in front of Brahms because, of course, it did.
Hmm.
So somebody was pulling out of the drive-through at Brahms, and they saw a truck pulling a trailer, and I guess they saw the SUV. By the way, it was kind of a smallish SUV that was pulling this horse trailer. It was really weird. Because I'm used to seeing like these big King Ranch Ford
Right.
F-150, blah, 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 pulling a horse trailer, and that's not what it was. So, yeah, you can see it in the picture. They're kind of a smallish SUV. And this person saw the car, but evidently didn't see the horse trailer, which is bigger than the car, and literally right behind it. So, and pulled out. I don't know if they were like trying to time it out so they could pull out because they were heading the other direction. And but anyway, they hit a horse trailer and they had a horse inside, and everything's fine. Everybody's okay. I don't even know if there were any citations issued, but people were asking about the horse. Is the horse okay? Well, the horse is okay. The horse was actually, as you can see, munching on the grass over in front of Carletti's, and so that was a weird one though. We don't get very many
Mm-mm.
traffic violations that involve a horse. I'm trying to. I don't have any good like puns. If it
Yeah.
was a cow, there would be so many puns. The stakes had never been higher, or something about ground beef or something. But I don't have anything about a horse.
No.
Do you have any horse puns? No, me neither. Okay. All right. So anyway, that happened on Monday. The horse is fine. You guys can cancel that phone call to PETA if you need to. The other thing, and I'll bring us back to full screen for this because I don't have a graphic for it yet, but we need to talk about this.
Okay.
Do you want to hold that up?
Yeah.
I can't. That's not good enough. You put it up like closer to the camera here where we can see. Maybe you can.
Can we get up and hold it?
Yeah, this is. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, so we have got the fall open house that's happening literally right down the street from where we're at over at Isabella. It is going to be. Can you back it up a little bit? It's out of focus. Yeah, right there. About no, too far. A little more. It's August 28th. There we go. So right there, about there. No, it's not working. It's getting in and out of focus. So August 28th. What are the times on that, Lucy? 5:30 to 7:30. I just talked to Sherry about this. They are going to be doing drawings like every 10 minutes from 6 to 7. And so you guys need to be sure to go down there. If you haven't seen her store, have you been in her store since they remodeled it?
No.
It is way cool now. You notice they added fall apparel and home decor.
I see that.
They've got a lot. They got like
in there.
half of their store dedicated to home decor now from Burst Designs.
Okay.
So
It's fall. I might need some decor.
Christina, thank you. I'm sorry. Christina Hillhouse just sent me a perfect pun for the comment here. The accident wasn't the horse's fault. He just stalled out. That was good.
That was good.
That was good. I'm going to need her to start submitting jokes to the show. Good job. So, anyway, the open house is happening on Thursday. That's right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, tomorrow. So from 5:30 to 7:30, be sure to come down and check it out. Isabella's, they've been hurting just like a lot of the businesses down here, but she has been consistent about like trying new things, and this is one of the new things. And they typically have an open house anyway, and I'm really glad that even with the construction and stuff, she said, no, we're still going to do this. So you guys be sure to come and check it out. They've got lots of beautiful things. Definitely will get you in the mood for Halloween.
Perfect.
Which I don't know how I feel about that, but that's her thing. I'm gonna let her do it.
I'm not really a Halloween person, but I am a fall person. So
there's a lot of fall-y things.
Okay, I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah. So Lucy's gonna be down there. You be sure to be down there too, okay? All right, last thing, real quick. Talking about Bloody Jet. You got tickets yet?
No.
Okay, Lucy. At some point, I'm gonna stop asking. I'm gonna start threatening.
Okay.
Not really. Bloody Jack, guys. Tickets are still selling really well for this. We showed the story, the interview that I did with the director, Jeremy Garrett. That got shared to our Facebook page yesterday. If you haven't seen it, be sure to go check that out. Tickets are starting to sell out, especially for that first weekend. And I promise you, after we get the first weekend over and everybody sees how awesome it is, that second weekend is going to sell out in like 48 hours. It always does. So if you want to have your choice of time and day and everything, go get your tickets now. Okay, they're at sapulpatheater.org, and they are $15 for adults, $5 for students pre-K through 18. And go get them while we still got them, because we won't have them for much longer, I don't think. That's how I feel about that.
Perfect.
So, I think that's everything. Did we miss anything?
I think that's it.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Timeloop Live. Sorry it was late. We'll work better about being on time on Friday, and we're going to let you go because Lucy's got the 10 o'clock meeting she's got to go to, and so do I, as a matter of fact. So we'll see you guys on Friday, where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.